Let's play some Magic. Here we are. We've got a list in front of us, and it is not red. I'm sorry. But that's what we do on Wildcard Wednesday. So, on that note, since we're not on Monday metas or something like that, Wildcard Wednesday, we're coming up with names for these days, we're going to be playing Abzan Midrange, KO Diamonds Special. Now, we've been kind of poking some fun at KO Diamonds, and rightly so. We play the better deck. But today, we're going to see what it's like on the other side of the match, and we're going to be playing this Abzan Midrange. Now, I was told to switch Hex Drinker with Siege Rhino, but I think that is just a play to my wants and desires and not truly to what this deck could possibly do. So, with that, no Siege Rhino, sorry, but we've got ourselves the Snake, the one, the only, the Protogenesis wannabe. And we've got a raid coming in from the crypt. Thank you so much. Kicking off our stream today. So, Abzan playing the Tarmogoyfs, got the scavenging oozes, you know, getting that graveyard, eating that up, playing the good old bear, the staple of modern. But we've also unlocked Stoneforge Mystic as of recently, and that allows us a Sword of Feast and Famine, Sword of Fire and Ice, and Batterskull. Very disappointed not to see a Sword of Body of Mind. I'll have a chat with KO Diamonds later. Always in black, Stellar All-Star wannabe, Liliana. Let's continue to try to make Liliana relevant. We've got Lingering Souls here, hooking them up with the swords might be a good thing, and then we've got the Inquisitions and Thought Seizes and a little interaction with Fatal Push. Singleton Path to Exile as well, kind of interesting. Sideboard. Felidar Retreat. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can choose 1. Create a cat, or put a 1/1 counter. This, to me, is exactly what Field should be. Field of the Dead should not be a land. It should be cats. We'll see how this works. We've got some chokes in here. Those are cool to see. Kaya's Guile, which is an all-star right now. Now Spellbomb, really hitting the graveyard here with these and Ashioks. Must be that Euro is a problem for this list. Fulminator Mages, Engineered Explosives, and even a couple Damping Spheres. It's kind of nice to see. List looks pretty sweet. Let's see what you're all saying about the list. I see Zale asking about level up counters here. I'm not gonna encourage that. Please don't encourage Uncle DB. If you encourage Uncle DB, he'll give me hardened scales again, and that'll be tough. What's up, Bunny? Why boo? And Lingering Souls is here. Lingering Souls. It's an all-star black-white tokens. We're dancing around it. Someone on YouTube keeps asking us to do black-white tokens, and this is very close, and other lists have been very close, but we just don't play them. Anyway, boo like a ghost. Red-white tokens. Let's play some Magic. Let's get rolling here. I'm sure this list will take a little while because it's mid-range. It's not aggro. It's not control. So it's not short games. It's not long games. It's mid games. Let's play Magic. And we'll see if KO joins us at some point. I hope so. And I hope we're rolling our opponent to getting that 5-0. We will see. Abzan Midrange. Let's go. Good intro for YouTube? Absolutely. Time to focus on Twitch? You bet. How's everyone's Thursday going? Had you had your turkey yet? Or is this a Tuesday bonus stream? I'm really not sure anymore. Today is quite confusing. I think it's actually December 1st. All right, so Luris of the Dream Den here. We've got all of our colors. We've got double down on Stoneforge, so we won't get Thought Seized away. Got the Sweet Inquisition. I think this is keepable. It's Saturday in Japan. What day really is it? Leave a comment when you're watching this. And Twitch, tell me what day it is, because you're all watching at different times. Fetching Bomat here. Ooh. Ooh. Should we just Fatal Push this? Oh, we have a Tarmogoyf coming too, and this would be an artifact. I am really tempted to go ahead and Fatal Push this. I see no reason to Inquisition immediately here. At the same time, if I were to Inquisition, I could take an Inquisition Thoughtseize, which would make Stoneforge better. But who cares? Fatal Push it is. Tuesday, November 23rd, 8:16 p.m. There you go. See, it's Tuesday. I said it was Thursday. I thought I missed Turkey Day. Thank goodness. Bloodstain and Mire here after killing their Bomat. Opponent's getting some revenge here, shocking in the Blood Crypt and putting down a Soulscar Mage and a... I thought I got rid of this Bomat. Look, he's got presence. He's prepping. This is actually Donner, and this is Blitzen. I don't know if you realize that or not. All right, a couple Tarmogoyfs here. Soulscar Mage is a bit rough to see here with some Tarmogoyfs because Tarmogoyf will shrink. That being said, we could very well put a Stoneforge in and go get like Batterskull. I could then do Inquisition and either Tarmogoyf or future Stoneforge. I do take a point here. It's kind of a rough one. Why not push on his one turn? Because if I wait that long, he could play Bauble, land, creature, attack, and now he can then get this and get two brand new cards and have like one card in hand. I'm really tempted to go ahead and just Inquisition, but that's not mana efficient. I think I have to Inquisition next turn. So this turn, I feel like it's got to be a Stoneforge to set up our hand here. And if we can get another green source in a turn or so, we'll be in good shape. This one's going to be Batterskull because it gains its life, and we're going to need that against my opponent. Motobug? 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 What Motobug? Redraw Motobug? Redraw. Redraw. A Death Shadow here. A little 1/1. Okay. And what's the final card? A Bolt? A Lava Dart? A Swift Spear? Okay. Now they attack? Wow. Aggressive they are. I will no doubtedly block Bomat here. They'll cycle this and gain 2 cards. I'm going to get to Thought Inquisition one of those and probably Batterskull in. That seems good. I like this. I like where we're at. Little 1/1 Death Shadow is not too frightening at the moment either. It's a good start, I think. Pretty happy with where we're at. This is excellent to see as well because I can get a green source. So here, going to go ahead and Inquisition, see what's up. Could even Tarmogoyf. Oh my gosh, Bomat. Bomat, what are you doing? All right, well, you know, lands. One is a fetch land, so we just need to note that this will grow in size. So they can fetch and shock, which is what, 3 damage? So this becomes a 4/4. Batterskull would block. If they top deck a instant or something, that won't be good. Where's the Jello? Oh, you read that. I think I can wait on Tarmogoyf here too. I'm just gonna slap down Batterskull this next turn and go on defense. Don't see too much harm considering there wasn't really anything down here. Polluted Delta is played. Attack step. I am gonna go ahead and activate and slap down the Batterskull, hoping they don't have a way to interact with this. Batterskull in play. And we will block. We'll see if they have any interaction here. Fetch and do all of that good stuff. Fetches and shocks, and the final card is a Lightning Bolt to themselves. Nice. All right, so we know it's a swamp here. I'm at 14. What's interesting is I could probably just slap 2 Tarmogoyfs down and we'll chump with Stoneforge. And then the 2 Tarmogoyfs should be enough. I'm gonna get a Temple Garden because the Temple Garden allows me to have white in the future and it doesn't pain me. So double down on these and we'll just pass. If I hit another land here, Batterskull just attaches to something else. Swamp played. We have a Thoughtseize for Luris. Scourge, it's a 10-10. Ay. Alright, Scavenging News. Which swords do I have? I have Pro Red. I think I have Pro Black as well, right? So this is just a turn to go ahead and put a Stoneforge down. Maybe at this point also put a Scavenging News into play. And prep to have them dead the next following turn. It's going to be Chump Block City here. Sword of Feast and Famine looks pretty good. I do know that obviously they have some red creatures over there, but we'll get through those. We'll get through those. Look, the cake being a lie hurt, but the jello is now a lie. Ooh, they top deck a Thoughtseize. That's pretty good for them. Gets to seal Sword of Feast and Famine. Furious Sobs. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Oh, Batterskull. Batterskull. You could get onto a Tarmogoyf here. There's 2 bone mats to eat. Maybe I worry about eating 2 bone mats here and worry about Batterskull later. If I attach Batterskull, this is a 9-10. 9-10. I take 1 damage to attach 2 damage. This is a 13-13. Not quite where I want to be just yet. When I do damage, even though it's a 13-13, Tarmogoyf trades. Yeah, lifelink. We're doing the math in our brains. Let's get a basic Swamp Plains. Equip. I don't like this art as much. Just punch in. There we go. Big thunk. Big thunk. Oh no! Opponent, don't do that. Alright. More things to munch later. Looks good. We're at 16. Healthy we are. Could wait, yeah. We're looking pretty good. The thunk of Batterskull was enough. Killed the Scourge. Ooh! Blow this up and eat and smack. Yeah, we getting there. Alright, Abzan not bad. Abzan not bad. Kyle's Guile looks good here. Engineered Explosives look good as well. Don't care about Ashiok. Don't care about Choke. Guessing this is probably for more control matches. Fulminator Mage is a no-go. Nile Spellbomb, probably not worth it. And Damping Sphere. So Kyle's Guile Engineered. Let's see here. Cling to Dust probably can come out. Hex Drinker's probably okay. Could get big enough to be a nice blocker. Path and Fatal Push looking good here. I like Stoneforge. I like Lingering Souls as chump blockers. Liliana Downtick's not bad. I do like the differences of the 2 swords. I think Batterskull's good here. Maybe I trim a Scavenging News because if I Guile, I'm removing some of the graveyard. They do have a lot of like bolt type effects. Maybe Hex Drinker's just a little too cute here. Hex Drinker being cute because it gets removed pretty easily. I have to dump a lot of resources into it. I'd rather be playing like Tarmogoyf's Assassin's Trophy, stuff like that. I think this is good. Yeah, Hex Drinker's a little loose. Like, you go, oh yeah, that could be protection from everything, and then you realize that's not really protection from everything. That's die to everything before protection. We'll keep this 2 lands here, plenty of things and lots of removal. I like it. My opponent's trying to kill us by attacking. Can't tell KO, but if it goes well, deck might seem to be busted. Pay 4 mana, they push it? Yeah, exactly. Huh. Bomat's back. He's back from outer space. What up, Bomat? What up? All right. Top of the library is an engineered explosives. Very interesting card here. Could throw it down on one in the future. I do want to get a planes at some point. I hate shocking and thought seizing here. That's rough. I think it's going to be Marsh Flats and just pass turn here. Let them attack. Everyone likes this whole attacking with Bomat thing, and I'm not wild about it. I'm going to be really honest with you. Because this is now like light up the stage. This could be a lot of things. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and... I guess if I'm fetching anyway, I'm activating light up the stage. Let's just take less damage here. Fetch. I'm going to shock here for Godless Shrine, and we'll push it. Give them the option to discard 6. It's true, it's true. A little greedy here. I'm really tempted to just Thought Seize and put the Overgrown Tomb into play tapped. Ooh, we have Mardu colors for some reason. Alright, Scourge here. That's probably worth an Assassin's Trophy. There's Lingering Souls. Yeah, we probably have to Assassin's Trophy this. We'll just shock in here past turn. The white makes me worried about Apostle's Blessing, but clearly they're not going to have that, right? Right? I can't take 4 here. Alright. Well, we're just playing the destroy everything game. That is the nature of these green and black based lists. Silent Clearing gets a redraw. Pretty good for them. Ooh, they went straight to end step. Well then, kind of makes me interested to Thought Seize just because my opponent's probably got removal for poor old Stoneforge Mystic here. Ah well, Stoneforge it is. We're gonna go get a Batterskull, I think, still. Though I am tempted to just get one of my swords because I could play that on the draw of a land. Batterskull would force them to have removal, and it's good later in the game. Question would be, which sword would I want anyway? Let's go bigger. Bigger or go home. It's push or push or bolt here. So Batterskull for just later. Sure. There's the bolt. Opponent bolts are Stoneforge Mystic here. Land for my opponent, 2 Bloodstained Mires, Blood Crypts galore. What do we got? I am needing a 3rd land. We're still stuck on mana. We gotta stick a threat and then equip versus getting a threat off Skull. Well, we're forcing them to do something. They probably have Death Shadows. Puts Luris to hand. Okay, this is an easy Thought Seize turn. Even though I draw the land here, I don't... Yeah, you can't have Luris. No, thank you. No, thank you. We get to see what else is going on. So we've got a Kroxa, Fatal Push, Dismember, and Luris. It's clearly Luris, but it's interesting to see these cards. So now we know what's going on. If they make me discard, it's easy. Discard of Lingering Souls. We'll work our way to Batterskull. Batterskull gets Fatal Pushed. We do have Kaya's Guile for their first creature at some point. Might be Kroxa here. It's Marsh Flats. Kroxa is played. Bye-bye Lingering Souls. Pretty okay with that. We can Kaya's Guile the Kroxa away too, which may be just like that plus gain life. We dismember this. I'll play a creature. Oh yeah. You know what we're playing, everyone. Easy money. I don't need to gain life. Oh. Oh. Just gonna do it now. Goodbye, Swift Spear. Goodbye, Graveyard. Perfect information. There went all their stuff. We're gonna have Lingering Souls. We got Guiles for days. Engineered Explosives. Whoa, 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 Bomat. Whoa, Bomat. Take a chill pill over there. All right. Could kill Bomat. It's definitely an option. New mic? It's not a new mic. I think I'm bringing Lingering Souls back, right? If I do Lingering Souls here, they just like get this stuff. Maybe I'm Guiling again. You know what? Let's Guile again. Batterskull and get our beats on. Batterskull is 5. We're at 4. Not quite there. Almost, though. Alright, this is cool. So, they attack. In response to this trigger, let's make them sacrifice and we'll make a creature. I like making a creature here because maybe they'll use the Fatal Push and they're only going to get 1 card here. But when they do this in response, then they lose these, so I get my creature. Alright, 1 card exiled. We have Fatal and Dismember. Checks the top of their library, doesn't like it. Okay. We have a random draw coming. That's fine. This is an easy Lingering Souls turn and just pass. And then we'll slap down Batterskull. They have Fatal Push, Dismember, and something else. We're at 10, they're at 10. Looking good. There's a Death Shadow. We can take care of that, no problem. And a Scourge, all right. Scourge is frustrating to see. So we have Dismember and Fatal Push. Pulse. Inquisition, Pulse. What if I killed this instead and chump block this? Gosh, that seems bad if they get like Temur Battle Rage off the top. I think I'm pulsing this and Inquisitioning something away this turn. I'm going to Inquisition the Fatal Push if I can. The Dismember is worse, but not worse. Everything dies to this anyway in my deck, so I'd rather them take more damage. But at the same time, maybe I'd take the Dismember so the Shadow doesn't do some weird growing. What do we think? Let's think this through. So Fatal Push kills something, no biggie. They don't take damage. But if they're taking damage and I'm pulsing a Scourge, things get weird. For a turn, but only a turn really. Because I'm going to be able to engineer explosives. What am I most afraid of here? I like pulsing, and I like... I think Dismember gives them too many options. I'm going to take the Dismember, leave them with Fatal Push, and I'm going to pulse away the Scourge and leave all 3 back on defense just this turn. We're doing this so they don't have that Dismember with all open mana. They could lose 4, they can lose some other number. And I like this because if they do get that Temur Battle Rage, which I assume is somewhere in that list, we can just worry about it later. All right, so Fatal Push, 2 things here. No swinging, perfect. We have the Engineered, we have the Stoneforge. So this is a pretty easy Stoneforge here. This will draw out the Fatal Push on this. We'll go get probably just sort of Feast and Famine. Let's go Combat. Super easy turn here. Engineered on 1. We'll wait just briefly, see if they want to play anything else. I will obviously be blowing up Engineered here. We save Stoneforge. They've got a Fatal Push Stoneforge or things get really bad for them. Boom. Hits 2 cards. It did. Tie pad, it did. All right. Well. I'm gonna hit with 3 in the air and just pass turn here. Pretty clean turn here. Nothing else to do. We've got Batterskull coming out of the Stoneforge Mystic when they Fatal Push it. We'll have 4 creatures here, plus Batterskull will be able to play Sword of Feast of Famine, hook it up, and we'll have lethal on 2 creatures. 3, technically. 3/3 plus 1. And then this is a 4/4. So Fatal Push and 2 unknowns. If they wait too long, Stoneforge makes this super easy for us. The line's paid off and we get there. Match 1 done. Woo! Life gain, huh? Life gain. Pretty good. Ooh, that was a good one. All right. I like this. Don't tell KO that, though. If KO shows up, we gotta tell him Red Prison's the better deck. EC says, I'd take Dismember if you plan on killing Scourge, and that is what we did, and it paid off. Having the 3 equipments feels really good in a deck like this. Yeah. Especially with one being like a creature, a super like top end one. It's super nice to have. Nope, no Rhino. No Rhino. I know. I know. I even told KO, I was like, there's no Rhino, I'm so lost. And they told me to switch Hex Drinker and Rhino. I couldn't bring myself to do that because the snake's cool, but depending on how many times I sideboard the snake out, might just be the answer that we need. Match 2, let's go. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. No Rhino Abzan, I know. You know what I should do? Put this on YouTube and just put giant Rhino as the thumbnail and that's it. Abzan Midrange, and then lead off with a FYI, this has no Rhino, good luck. And start the league. Badzan is so underrated. What? Man, I hate the delay from watching this on mobile. I said that as we were discussing it. Oh, yeah. No, EC, I was just catching up on a chat. Just catching up on chat. Wow, this hand's bad. Oh, it's Alerus number 2. All right. Well, we need more than 1 land, and it's... Honestly, if that was like a Overgrown Tomb, I'd probably keep this hand and just go Inquisitioning. But considering that it's a Temple Garden, it's not looking very good. Not looking very good. All right, opponent. Stream seems low quality today. Anyone's stuck on 360p. That'll be probably on your end. Streaming with plenty of bits. Kilobits up. Should be able to get 720. You're at maximum 1080p. 1080. Actually, you can drop it to 420 or so. 480. Need a shave. All right, this is an easy keep here. I do need white mana at some point in this game. I'm gonna hedge on the bets of needing to keep my life total high. Yeah, let's go basics. That's fun. I can always search for a Godless Shrine here. Ooh. Oh, not what I expected, but this is okay. We should be able to do this. All right. Hardened Scales. Funny, we were just talking about this. Oh, that's a great draw too. Probably going to be a Godless Shrine. Our life total doesn't matter so much in this game. And what I mean by that is that our opponent's probably going to just one-shot us. So life total won't matter. When I see Abzan, I always hope it's a Doran deck. If we get Doran, we're going to get the sheep. The sheep. Ancient Strains, Ancient Strains. What are we doing? Blooming Marsh? Okay, you played that. Also, what was it? Slayer? You said new mic. Does it sound that much different? Does it sound that much different? We did some things this weekend. Stony Silence, wherefore art thou? This is Stony Silence? There's stones in there. Kitty cats on stones and skulls, apparently. That's kind of morbid. Go away, kitty cats. I didn't notice, to be honest. You shouldn't be able to notice. It's very minimal changes on purpose. Very on purpose. Not meant to be. Oh, I got this Triome. Get that in here. I'm talking about Godless Shrine, trying to big brain the plays. Oh. All right, this has white on it, right? I didn't screw up. Ah, good. All right, Stoneforge down. I think it might actually be worth it to get a Sword of Feast and Famine, but Batterskull is probably still the right play, right? Right. All right, glad we agreed. Batterskull. I know they're green-black over there, and I know that we have a card that's pro-green and pro-black, but Hardened Scales, they're not gonna be anything scary, right? Yeah, the Triome. Indatha. Hanger back. Welding jar. Okay. Hello over there. Welding jar. Huh. Well then. Well, I don't want to fight a lot of tokens necessarily. Let's possibly double Fatal Push here. Not sure I want to double Fatal Push, but we could try. Wonder if I'm supposed to do that before going to the whole untaps and making it so they could tap this for more of them. If I'm deciding that line is the right line here. The Lurrus to eat. We're going to eat good things in the graveyard so Lurrus isn't a punish later. And Sword of Fire and Ice. I can deal with 2. When they do this again for 4, that's where it becomes a problem. Because that's 4 things I have to get through. The Welding Jar has really messed me up here. I do have Maelstrom's Pulse somewhere. Double push, they would get 2 right now. That's what I'm thinking. And I can beat 2. I probably can't beat 4, but by doing a double push here, I'm not really having anything for Lurrus in the future, and I'm not having anything for their next threat. Which could be like Arcbound Ravager or something. Could be a Walking Ballista. Would it be 3? What? No, it's 2. There's only 2 on here right now. If I do it right now, Welding Jar, and then I hit it again. I'm gonna push. Let's see if they want to even Welding Jar it. If they don't Welding Jar it, then we get activation of Stoneforge Mystic, which feels strong. I'll just do this again right now while it's in the air. It's the same effect anyway. Regen and then we hit it again. Alright, so 2 things to beat. No problems with that. Okay. 2 things, no Batterskull this turn, but we can play Scavenging Ooze and then choose Batterskull or Sword. I'm happy with what we did there. I'm happy. I'll probably be putting Skooz down. If they put Lurrus in the hand, then we'll be playing Skooz eating something instead. There's the Arcbound Ravager, so things were going to get crazy. Glad we did it this way. They could attack for 2 in the air, and will do so. Okay. And we'll fetch here. Temple Garden seems fine. Anything with green is what we're looking at there. We have double black, double white, double green, or quad green. Cool. So here, pretty simply put, we do a Scavenging Ooze and pass. Okay, so we're going to get either a Batterskull or Sword down next. Probably going to be Batterskull, if we're honest. We'll see. We'll see. Extra land for our opponent. Could put a decent-sized Walking Ballista out there. 2 mana. Metallic Mimic. Can't do anything about that. Name's Construct. Okay. Spellskite's a good one. Attacks for a little bit in the air. We're getting close to dying, unfortunately. Oh, attacks with just one. Alright. It's most certainly the Batterskull turn. Opponent is tapped out here. This makes things a little bit interesting. Because we could put sword in and attach sword. And I sort of like that. I like that with Verdant Catacombs down to go get a forest style land. Let's fetch. One less life here, but I can go get a basic because of what's remaining in the deck here. So slap the sword down. Attach the sword. And swing for 6 here, which is pretty healthy. I like gaining some life. I like gaining some life there. Chump block. Sounds good. And we don't gain anything because they are smart about their Arcbound Ravager. All good. All right. We don't connect and can't hold up Scoos. We're doing okay. Extra hardened scales, so Thopter is lethal in 2 turns here. I need a Kaya's Guile, or I really need a Lingering Souls, probably. I believe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11. They have lethal and they have Spellskite back up with 1 card. My opponent can go for the kill here. But I could then in response Scavenging Ooze to gain 2, right? 1. Gain 1, so I'm at 15. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They'd have to go everything. Oops. 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. They'd have to go everything, so they have to assume this isn't a fatal push. So they're, by starting this, to me, that tells me that they're interested in the, okay, I'm gonna go for it. But they also just checked here. So going to 10. Question is, do they want to hit a Spellskite here? They're now seeing that they're just a touch short here. $13, okay. So it's a 13-13 flyer here. I get to eat a lot with this Scoos. Let's begin eating. We're down to 2, and I have a 13-13. I draw something that can get me more green if I wanted it. The problem is that I can't kill this Thopter. I have no way to kill the Thopter here. You can gain 10 this turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's not quite enough. I can draw 1 more card here, probably. And I say I can probably draw 1 more card because I doubt they block if I don't go too, like, heavy here. So let's attack with Germ. And Scavenging Ooze. So the idea here is that I'm hoping they don't block and I'm going to draw with a sword. Here we can do 2 damage upstairs and I draw. So I'm hoping for something that interacts, maybe. It's an Inquisition. I think we're just short here, because I'm at 8. I'm going to hold everything in my hand. Make them maybe hesitate here. I don't see them hesitating. They're just going to attack. Nine, 10, 11. Yeah, we're just too short. Bummer. Stoneforge. We needed removals or like lingering souls or something. All good, all good. Okay, so Kaya's Guiles are going to come in here pretty easily. Engineered Explosives is pretty good again as well. Graveyard doesn't matter too much. I know they have Luris, but we have ways to get rid of Luris. Once again, Hex Drinker is not very good. Cling might be okay. Let's see what else I can take out. Scavenging News is probably good. Assassin's good. Engineers, Stoneforge. I could see one Thoughtseize, and I could see this Cling coming out and taking these out for the All-Star Kaya Guiles and Engineer Explosives once again. The Sword of Fire and Ice is maybe hit or miss, but if we can get this on a flyer, it can shoot off and pick off little small things that they're able to play. Scavenging News sort of keeps Luris in check. Path, Cling. I don't want to take this Fatal Push out. I grabbed the wrong thing. So I think Cling, Thoughtseize, Hex Drinker are okay to take out here. Bring in a little bit more removal. I think we'll send it. Let's play first. Hardened Scales, huh? You're not gonna beat me, opponent. Oh, yes. Well, we'll keep this. There's a distinct chance that I may not do a whole lot for maybe 5-6 turns. However, I have plenty of Engineered Explosives for great goodness. We could throw one on one. I'm not going to. I could Assassin's Trophy something. What a hand, exactly. Removal galore. Ozolith, perfect. Perfect. I'm going to wait a turn here and play a Scavenging News. Playing a bit with fire, I know. But I think if they can put something else on one for me, then the Engineered Explosives just looks so much better. Rewarded. Absolutely rewarded. All right, Welding Jar. Welding Jar is here. We are being rewarded though. There we go. Engineered Explosives on one. Question will be what they would want to save here. I think this turn I can go ahead and pass. We'll see what ends up happening here. Not too concerned. Trying to slow them down one turn, and what I'll do at end step is Assassin's Trophy the Welding Jar to get the most value out of this. There's an Arcbound Ravager. Alright, so this is probably an okay spot to go ahead and fire this off. Blow up as much as we can before these are used. And then we could Assassin's Trophy the Ravager as well. So they're saving a creature. All of this, one modular. No problem so far. Not concerned about what just happened there. No fear, no fear. All right. I'm just gonna attack here. I doubt they offer a block or any trades here. And we'll just pass. We have double Assassin's Trophy. Looking really good here. I don't care if they have a bunch of lands. It's not going to matter as long as Skooz stays around. Luris is dangerous, but not after Skooz has a feast of his own. In for 3, absolutely fine. I want to see what else my opponent plays here. Peatland cycled. Animation module. This is cool. Let's go to an Assassin's Trophy, the Arcbound Ravager. Veil of Summer. I have to go the distance. The absolute incredible distance. I don't need that much white. Don't worry about Veil here, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a meme. Engineered on 1, blow up the world, eat whatever Luris or something else tries to get back. We're good. Topping Veil always feels good. Alright, now they sacrifice. So they don't even want the land. They're making the Arcbound worker bigger, beefier, tastier. Delicious. Nice. They did draw. Oh. Alright, Engineered Explosives hits 2 things here. Pretty easy. Boop. And we'll go ahead and pop this off right now. Boop. And a swing with the Scavenging Ooze. This is pretty easy eat something here too. They're not getting Luris back and getting to play it, so eat. Go ahead, opponent. Maybe it's smarter to take the Arcbound Ravager there in case this dies, but I feel safe. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, Walking Ballista. 2/2 Walking Ballista. Well, we can kill that too, ladies and gentlemen. We can kill it all. 1/2 Assassin's Trophy Walking Ballista. This is a 3/3. I'm gonna eat the world now. Shoots me. Shoots me. Nope. They take a card here. Shock in. Swing. Let's eat a. Oops. Cancel. Eat a arc. Cancel. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna eat the Arcbound Ravager and the Walking Ballista and hold 1 for Luris here. You know what? Just in case they have Dismember. Just wait. Before I have to eat 2 things to not lose this, then they get to Luris or something crazy. Play sword? No. Leave Skooz up. Skooz very hungry. Skooz gonna eat the world. Peat land cycled here. Do have to avoid like a fatal push. Inkmoth down, 2 cards. Picking the wrong things to eat, by the way, all the time. Take a Walking Ballista this time. And we'll take 1 more thing. My opponent pausing here has me slightly worried. It's gonna take all the creatures. Going old school tonight? Kind of. All right. Attach this. 6. Untap. Lily. Yeah. Let's just try for this. So it's sword, attach, Lily, after, and they discard 2 cards with the Lily, and they have Inkmoth. It's 8/8. Punish slightly for our calculation of putting them down to only 1 here. Uh-oh. Boots up. All right. Inkmoth trades. Seems reasonable. We don't get to untap, unfortunately. They lose a land, though. Skooz is but a 7/7 here. Protection from green and black, which were probably their ways of killing us. Extra Inkmoth here. 4. Walking Ballista. 2/2. Hanger back. Frustrating because it's going to be hard to get through all these little tiny tokens. Give me a fatal push here. Nope. Well, I guess what we're just gonna do here is thinking I'm gonna play Liliana down tick, then swing with Scavenging Ooze. Trying to limit how many things I've got to get through. And if we down tick here, it's an extra thing to eat. I could uptick to get rid of the last card too. If I uptick here, it's 4, they block. I guess we'll get rid of the last card. It's probably just not worth it trying to go all in on this Hangerback Walker. Let's attack. Divinity Rose, thank you for follow. My opponent does not block here. So at this point, there's nothing to eat that grows. So it looks like we're just going to hit for the damage. Before this resolves though, I'm gonna go ahead and eat everything. So there's just like nothing in their graveyard once we're done with it. And untap, please. Cool. All right, Hangerback Walker, Inkmoth Nexus. My opponent's hoping for not an animation module. They're hoping for Arcbound Ravager probably. Opponent at 2. Puts a counter on here, animation module, gets to create something. This gets funky. Boots up Inkmoth. Attacks me for 1 infect. They're prepping the road. Maelstrom Pulse off the top, please. Egoif. I didn't eat at the end there. All good. Down tick Hangerback Walker. This goes up. They have a chump block here. There's going to be so many of these to get through. I'm going to go ahead and go down. I feel like I should have gone down the last time. We're out of engineers, so it's just Maelstrom Pulse at this point. So this is going to go up to 3. They're going to make a token, and they're going to have these. They'll just sacrifice the extra token here. They can't sacrifice the extra token because they'll die, so hopefully they don't accidentally do that. It's got to be Hangerback. Okay. Now we eat Hangerback. Very tasty. Eat all kinds of stuff here. Let's put a Tarmogoyf into play and eat 1 more. I suppose I shouldn't eat 1 more here because they could get Luris down, and I'm probably not connecting here to untap. So leave 1 available so Luris isn't a problem for us. They top deck a land. 8 damage in, pass turn. Animation module makes me die to infect faster. This is a correct statement. We'll see if they continue to boot up Inkmoth Nexus. Having 2 attackers that are lethal is definitely worth considering here. Bobble Trigger. It's a pretty easy eat here. They'll boot up Inkmoth and then activate this once. They can do that with all of what they have. I need a way to kill this or kill all of the Thopters. All right, we don't eat the Bobble just to keep Ooze as a 3/4, which is nice. Doesn't die to Thopters here. Ooh, they get frisky by putting 1 of these in here. Now a removal spell wins us the game. Unless they draw a removal spell. No removal spell for us, but we'll go ahead and attack. The way you said that brought up memories of my uni linear algebra classes. Uh-oh. Animation module puts a counter. We attack for lethal. They double block. They don't lose their card in hand, which is good for them. I'm going to hold this card to make it look like I have interaction. Algebra. We're at 2 infect. Welding jar. Alright. Plus Arcbound Ravager. Makes a token. Ink Moth 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can put 5 and then the 6. So they can't kill me here. This is a real problem card for us to have seen. And a welding jar is pretty bad. Kaya's Guile is probably the best thing we could see here. Because Kaya's Guile could give me a blocker. Lingering Souls, Kaya's Guile. I'll take even a Fatal Push at this point. Attacks with just the Ink Moth. Yeah, they just have to connect once here. Alright, I have lands, so I can eat all their lands. I don't have artifacts, so... Oh no, I have artifact, because I have an engineered explosive. So, goodbye, graveyard. Well, all but one. You really like linear algebra? Some interesting stuff. Ah, give me interaction, please. Please. Alright, combat here. Swing with the team. Chump block, chump block. Eat, eat. We are flooding hard, we are. Animation module doesn't do anything both of these times. Which is lucky for us, I suppose. Alright. I will take any interaction. Now, my opponent doesn't know if we have interaction or not. We could be saving it with Mishra's Bobble. I don't want to F6 so it doesn't look like I've just completely blanked. Bobble doesn't do much for them. Does grow Arcbound Ravager. They activate animation module. This is 4. It's going to be 5. This is 6 up on here, and that's 7 with Welding Jar. They're going to make me have this probably right now. We'll see. I sit back down to this. More like we've we've drawn like 4 or 5 lands in a row. We hit both engineers, all our Assassin's trophies, and a Lily. And now we've just been drawing lands. Modular can get out of control. Yeah, but we cleared everything else. Animation module? Oh, I killed the animation module. It's another one. There's the animation module over here. By putting a counter on here, they get to make another one, which they do. Now they don't, you know, they keep animation module here pretty nicely. Maybe I played some of my engineered explosives a little incorrectly. They're always creating another token here. This would be 6 over here and it would be lethal. They have to call my bluff here. They did it game 1. Will they do it game 2 here? It's just on the token. Pump a swamp here, briefly. The pump fake. Love it, right? That's all I've got here. I have 2 lands, but luckily I've been holding the one for a while here. Well, there you go. I can't do anything. I've got 2 lands. Shadow tapping. Tap on tap, tap on tap. All right, they called my bluff both games. We had 2 turns and then we were gonna be able to get them, but what are you gonna do? Flooding out, tough break. Tough break. That is how it goes. 24 lands, and I was at what, 7, 8 lands? Because I had a few, well, I had like 9 of my lands because of the fetch lands too, right? Wonder how many I really had there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 to 3 fetches and the 2 cards. 10 or 11 lands, I think. I think you play the EEs fine. Us flooding out doesn't negate those EE choices, so I think you were fine. Yeah, because we had to get rid of the animation module, and I ended up getting a little bit extra by being patient with the first one, but I can't like wait for forever because then the engine or the Arcbound Ravager was going to grow too much. And then I Assassin's Trophy kind of each threat thinking, okay, I'll get through. And if I let any of those land, the Arcbound Ravager might have grown. I suppose I could have held them and done some chump blocking, but then I wouldn't have had a big ooze, right? I don't know. Perils of not playing a blue deck? I don't know. This list is doing all right. All right, no green. No green. I already have a sword in hand and I have a Lingering Souls against an unknown opponent. I don't like this. I don't like this. This doesn't feel like it'll get me very far. Let's mulligan. Oh, much better. All right, and I can ditch a land here. Famous last words. Before we don't flood out. You know, lice. Hard selection. All right, our opponent is apparently a fan. Well, let's teach him. We'll teach them. Godless Shrine first into probably Green Source. Opponent's mulligan to 5. Not good against our Thoughtseize here. We'll see what they're playing. Mulligans to 4. Very, very bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Fetch, shock, Godless Shrine. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize to protect, Stoneforge, and a Magnetic Channeler with a basic swamp. We'll protect our hand. Nah, not good. Oh, gets to Thoughtseize me. All right, I either get a threat or Stoneforge. Top deck that Thoughtseize like a boss. Take Stoneforge, so we've got a Tarmogoyf. Let's go Tarmogoyf. Overgrown Tomb here, so we kind of have everything. The double black, almost every card. Let's not take more damage. I was gonna say, almost every card gives me the double black that I would need for Liliana. So Tarmogoyf down, we'll see if my opponent takes another land. They do not. Go ahead and lead with Inquisition here. I'll steal their stone. No, not gonna steal Stoneforge. We'll take a Channeler. Puts creature in the yard here, 3/4, not a big thing. Channeler digs them, and they had double Stoneforge. All right, unfortunately, my opponent had to mull to Oblivion. They are Mardu list, Mardu Stoneblade, so we'll play against that. Mardu Stoneblade. It might be just like slam back here, right? Surprised you kept a sword in hand to start rather than keep 3 lands. When I hopefully get to play Stoneforge, I have a hidden artifact, and the sword is decent against some of the meta. I was also just kind of on the plan of I just only need 2 mana to function in that game. They did take the Stoneforge Mystic, but my opponent also, unfortunately, mulliganed to Oblivion. I think I want these Guiles, and that's about it. Guiles in, get a Cling to Dust out, and something like, you know, Scavenging Ooze. No, Skoos will probably grow very large. Let's just do 1 Guile. Monoland Mardu? Yeah, it wasn't very good for them. All right, double land here, Thoughtseize. My opponent goes first. We got Hex Drinker, we got a removal, we got Liliana. I'll keep this. I hope my opponent does better. I like our hand, though. This is decent. Decent. Don't want another game like that. It's no fun to play games where it's just nothing. Our hand's great, though, yeah. Clearly, we'll flood out from here. We'll keep. My opponent's mulligan to 6. Mulligan's to 5. Oh, no. We'll give you some time. I'm a big fan. Mulligan to 5. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Playing the Mardu Triome tapped. We'll interact with them with Thoughtseize here. See what we pick up. Mull aggressively, they say. Well, we'll take Stoneforge because that interacts and gets them something. We have the Fatal Push and the Hex Drinker here, although Hex Drinker would eat a Bolt. That being said, we might Liliana after. Ouch. No good. I wonder how many lands they're playing. I do wonder. It is the game. Our opponent's... It is a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute game. You play the game, you see what happens. Hex Drinker, make them think everything's okay, and then blast the Channeler. Go ahead. We will not sink anything into this Hex Drinker. We've got a giant Goyf to place. Nice lands. Attacking for 2. Making sure we get the 2 in before I Goyf. We have Lightning Bolt here. We'll hope to dodge a Fatal Push. Could have Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push. Lightning Bolt gone. 2 cards. Looking for land. Any 7-8 Goyfs in chat? Not quite. 4-5 currently. We'll get there. Left 6 through the turn. Don't have any actions. We have an Assassin's Trophy. Ironically, the Assassin's Trophy is going to help my opponent out. Liliana. Alright. Well. We'll lose the creature here. Pretty good. End step, we'll go ahead and use our Assassin's Trophy. This way, if I top deck a land, I get a Liliana. I don't know what I would keep, though. Red's pretty good. Black's probably pretty good. Red might be a little better. We miss. No land so far. Nydia. We'll give you a moment to pull up Assassin's Trophy. We'll give you a moment. Fatal Pushing a Spirit because I could Guile and remove Lingering Souls here with a land. Gotta be specific on the types of lands, though. If you're not specific, things get dangerous. Oh, good. Reading card. KO Diamonds is here? Is KO Diamonds in the chat? Okay, he's not. He's not yet. Can't show him what we're playing. That's illegal. Nydia just had his glasses on. Exactly. Stoneforge Mystic with Lingering Souls from Yard here. Sort of Feast and Famine. Pretty good one picked up. There's so many creatures. So many creatures. Tarmogoyf, huh? I'm gonna pass turn with Kaya's Guile here. Exiling their graveyard. Making a creature. Could be a thing. Sacrifice and make a creature. Maybe get a few of these spirits. Make Liliana a little more impactful here. All right, sacrifice, and when we're gonna make a creature, theory is I'm gonna get 2 of these spirits off. We'll see if that's true or not. Okay. Then we have Stoneforge, and we have Spirit to go, sword in hand. So now I could put Lily on a down tick, or I can try to get like my own Stoneforge here. My own Stoneforge and Batterskull might not be bad. This would bait out a spell of theirs if they have a removal spell. I only have one more thing to go, and I guess I better not draw it. I need spot removal, I really do. Problem is, the Sword of Feast and Famine is going to be kind of ruining our lunch here. Oh, Batterskull. Speaking of, Batterskull. Uh-oh. Followed up with a Braid as well. So my opponent's sporting red, has access to bolts and abrades, where I'm sporting green, access to Tarmogoyf's Assassin's Trophies and stuff like that. Sort of Feast and Famine, beefing up Batterskull. What? Record? I don't. What? Huh? Hi, KO. I'm playing Red Prison. Oh gosh, another spirit. Maelstrom Pulse? We're losing. KO showed up, we're losing. 1-1. 1-1. Alright, I'm kind of wanting some Engineer's Explosives. I don't like Kai's Guile as much. We probably would have had a good chance match 2 if we didn't flood out and have like 9 to 11 of our lands there. After using 2 Engineer Explosives and 3 Assassin's Trophies, which were like our only removal at that point. All we're missing is Bloodman for our mono red deck. Exactly. And Simian Spirit Guide and a bit of Chandra's. If we could just get those added, that'd be great. What were my first 2 matchups? What was the first one? Because the second one was Hardened Scales. Let's play first. All right, keepable hand. What was the first match, chat? Let's interact with them. All right, we've got a game now. So we have Stoneforge, which is probably what I take here again. Bolt, Fatal Push, or Braid. So all my creatures are gonna die. Well, so be it. Ah, yes, it was a Shadowless. That's right, because it had Scourge. The Black Scourge. Bomat, yeah, that's right. We were receiving gifts and presents. I'm reminded now. Thank you. Thank you. All right, sending Hex Drinker to his doom. Goodbye, Hex Drinker. It was nice knowing you. Bloodstained Mire was played here. Going to get a shock land, shocking in, and doing a lightning bolt. Goodbye, Hex Drinker. Goodbye. Marsh Flats now played. Cracking this. Sacred Foundry and Channeler, I assume. Oh. Alright, we'll get rid of Assassin's Trophy here. Assassin's Trophy, this gives me an opportunity to get a Triome. We'll take no damage here. Gonna play Skoos and gobble up this dude. Delicious. I'm so cruel to my creatures? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? If I could wait a little longer on that, I possibly could and eat 2 things. I could have thought seize the Channeler or something. But they have this fatal push, so it's not like we're avoiding the Scavenging Ooze dying at some point. Ooh, Helix. Red white. What's up, Land Shudder? Ooh, Channeler. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, opponent. Why would you do that? Thought Seize to see if they have anything other than fatal push here. Oh, we have a Stone Forge. We don't care about that, so we steal fatal push here. We kill. We eat. We charge. Forward. Nom 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 nom. Do it like 2-man? What? We kill, we eat, we charge. Always love the Viking life. We have a 2-turn clock here for my opponent. They missed their land drop, it looks like. And we took the card that can kill Scavenging Ooze. Thank you, Stoneforge. You are our 2-turn clock. Delicious he will taste. Or she. Batterskull. Ha! Cute. Cute. Goodbye, Stoneforge. Hello, face. I have a Hex Drinker. I suppose I could eat that right now. Why not, right? And there's a Stoneforge Mystic over here. Let's eat that too. My Scoos is so hungry. Cool. We're out of the range of We're out of range of Lightning Bolt and a Braid. They need a top deck, and it would have to be something that's not fetch and shock. Scoos beats. Vesper Lark for life. Exactly. Vesper Lark for life. This person gets it. You like that, KO? You like that? 2-1. 2-1 with a bit of an interesting list. Stumbling there when we flooded out against little hardened scales, but hey. Sometimes that happens. My opponent there ended up struggling game 1, having to mulligan aggressively. Let's go. Let's go. This is the best stream ever. So we've been thinking about a few things, KO Diamonds. Been thinking about a few themes for 2021. We play a lot of red decks. We could be red plus, which would be red decks and other things. This wouldn't fit though, because that's not a red deck. So we would miss out on chances to play Abzan frequently. Sad day. Or we could just be the anti-mill, but then Vesperlark, or sorry, anti-blue, but then Vesperlark's not a thing. Lesai. You could keep the hand, 2 lands, Hex Drinker, Interaction, and an Inquisition. Okay hand here. Opponent's led with a Misty Rainforest. Interesting card. For me, I'm going to get the Overgrown Tomb. We are going to play Hex Drinker and pass. Being that the opponent appears to be blue, I'd like to get things down and get them to a point where they're not touchable. We'll see if that happens. Sultai. Hey, I'm not wrong. Ooh. Not a bad card. All right, we're going to go get what appears to be probably just have to get the Triome. Yeah, we can't do that. Temple Garden here. Thinking for a moment here. Should have Inquisition first. So now I have to play in different ways. Let's get a Godless Shrine. This isn't Scoos. Let's be less silly about it. Inquisition to start here, and I can cling to dust a Euro if I wanted to, or wait on that. And we'll pump Hex Drinker. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, Hex Drinker dies. Growth Spiral, remand, Euro. Euro beats. Wilderness Reclamation. I kind of want to take the Growth Spiral. take growth spiral, and people will probably be upset with this move, but steal growth spiral. Go ahead, opponent. People will be very upset with that move. That's okay. You can all be upset about that move. Drawing a card here and not allowing them to draw off remands is the idea. I'll eventually get to cling again. Haha. Just gonna pass the turn. I'm not gonna Thoughtseize. Didn't draw my land. This deck has no lands in it. You're only a little upset? Good. Good. Alright, Wilderness Reclamation coming down here. Maybe a reason to go ahead and Thoughtseize that previous turn. People will say that was a punt. You can punt me. You can punt me. Ooh, they have 6 there. Thanks, opponent. You can have a land. You're so kind. Now they really are upset. I'd rather give them a land and get that off than anything. Well, Stoneforge let them remand it, I guess. I guess. Yeah, we definitely need a land. We need a land real bad. Real bad. We're not gonna get very far if we don't hit these lands. Oh, we can remand them. You know what? Instead of remanding, I'm just gonna Thoughtseize so I get around the remand. They might still play it. Fact or Fiction, Cryptic Command, or Growth Spiral. Do I just eat a Cryptic Command here in the future? They're gonna Euro me. If I get a fetch land, we're probably dead. I'm so far behind. 4. I'm gonna take a Cryptic Command, and I'm gonna be the mastermind behind the best Fact or Fiction that didn't get my opponent the exact cards they need. That is the plan. Can we even win? Probably not, Typad. They're gonna replay Euro from the yard here. What's funny is I did the cling to try to you know, make something happen. Draw a card, but it didn't work. Didn't work. We're very far behind. There's the fetch land. Oh, guess what? Another non-land. I'll wait for them to fetch here and then I'll blow up Euro. We'll see how tight my opponent's playing. Extreme tightness. They just skip their turn. Why you play only 2 lands in the deck? I don't know. I don't know. What's funny, if you do exclamation deck, if you do this, it's not my deck. It doesn't even link to any of my stuff. It's from someone else. I think I can concede. They've seen the Assassin's Trophy. Just nail them again. See if they have 6. Also, question for KO Diamonds. Why aren't we running... Why are we... land. Why are we not running sort of body and mind? Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Alright. The other thing I've got to ask. How the heck do you sideboard for this? Do you just bring in like this? Like that? Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't play the list. I just goofed up. Making a joke and now I've got to undo this. See how smart my brain is here. I bet I can do it. I bet I can do it. Did we do it? Oh no. All right. We unsideboarded. Pro blue or green isn't relevant. In what meta are you playing? Can I have your meta? So Amulet's not a problem. Euro's not a problem. Teferi's not a problem in your world? Can I have? I will take your meta. Thank you. All right, what are we doing? money Sultai pile, so it's a little bit it's dirty money. It's dirty. It's been soiled with Liliana soot. They have Wilderness. Like, Wilderness gets shut off by Choke. Right? So we don't play this card. How good is Choke? If we play Wilderness, they get to untap once every turn. Pushes don't seem great. There we go. All right. Suggestions, because we're kind of not sure what we're doing here. I like these 6. I hate these 3. To hope to get it under. I don't like Cling. I know it can hit something, but I'm bringing Ashiok and Kaya's Guile in. I feel like I'm cutting a artifact here as well. I feel like Hex Drinker's not very good either. Like, protection from everything's fine, but they could tap down forever with a Cryptic Command. So it's not like the card that wins. Oh my gosh, I have the card I want. I have 1 land. So, we have to mulligan this? I can't roll off a bunch of lands. We'll just lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to be 2 and 2. I want to be 3 and 1. I need that help. Let's mulligan this. Okay, ditch Ashiok. We can ditch Ashiok. Path is kind of the weakest removal because they're not going to do that. I could get rid of Path and try to do double Ashiok. Counters the first one, then we slam the second one when they have Cryptic up. You like bottom path? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about that with the 2 Ashioks. Let's keep this. Let's see what happens. KO said that the KO liked that, and we're going to get Blood Moon this game, so... Jokes on our opponent, we got the fetch land. Like, a path is the only thing happening, and that just doesn't feel good. That's going to happen at turn 4, probably, or 5, so... The worst thing ever is to be 2-2. Alright, so we've skipped to their turn, but my opponent's stopping on our beginning of combat phase. Chop, chop, opponent. Chop, chop. 2-2, 3-2 is where BGX lives. I was trying to come up with a funny acronym, but I can't. Watery Grave here. Oh, tap in sideways. Alright, go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. So I'm just leading with Ashiok, right? That's the theory here. Let's get it remanded, probably. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot here. Check for the remand. There it is. It's not Growth Spiral. There's no green over there. So I know Ashiok's showing up again. I guess we'll slam again. Do it again. And again and again and again. Oh. No counter. Stop drawing equipments, but this is an equipment deck. I guess I'll go after them, see what we snag. Veil, Cryptic. That's all right. 2 fetch lands. Those are broken cards. Oh my gosh, my opponent's entered cleanup step. They've got all the green cards. They've got all the green cards. Mill them again. They can't bolt this. We're fetching. We're fetching. I don't know what for. That card looks good. Tarmogoyf, remand me. Punish me for putting that into play. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mystic Sanctuary's down. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Nothing? Nothing. Get owned. Get owned. We're milling them out. Snapcaster is frightening. I'm gonna try Stoneforge here. They didn't counter Tarmogoyf. Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Of course I'm gonna go get cards. Oh my gosh. Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? Huh. Here, you can have the 2 green lands. There. This is what I give you. You can put an engineered on 2 if you want to. They need the green. Triome. Now Goyf is big. Oh yes. Big Goyf. Big Goyf. Jumbo Goyf. Opponent's moving to discard. They haven't cryptic to me yet. So let's go ahead and activate this. Let's see if we can get Sword of Feast and Famine down. We'll go a bit all in on this. Why not? It's fun. It's fun. It was fun. It was super fun. I really liked it. We went all in on it. It was fun. My opponent hadn't interacted with us the entire game, so why not go for it and try to get in and then get to do some more? Go ahead, opponent. 25 cards. Magic fun? Don't let wizards hear you? Ah, but for every person saying there's fun, there's 2 people saying they're not enjoying themselves. The one is your opponent, and the other is your opponent's friend. Because we don't have friends. All right, what does this green mana get you? Cool card. Now they untap. I'll be your friend, thanks. Thanks. All right. I sort of hate this turn. I don't want to lose my Ashiok here. I want to put something in like Batterskull. Am I just supposed to try to play an Ashiok? 2-man's your best friend? I'm gonna put 3 locks on his door today. You can only be my friend. I feel like I should just mill with Ashiok again here. Even though that's probably incorrect. Let's see what we've milled so far. There's 1 cryptic, there's 2 cryptics, there's 3 cryptics. No 4th cryptic. I see a Singleton Euro. I see 1 Wilderness, 1 Veil. A couple Factor Fictions. I see a Remand. Only 2 Remands. That's true. I guess I could put the equipment and do that. I kind of like that. I guess that's not bad. And I can put Batterskull in. Nope. They didn't interact. All right. Now we're dead. I think I'm just going to wait till end step here. Oh, man, all right, fine. I'm going to attack. Oh my gosh, we got there. All right, untapping. I'm good with that. We'll just pass turn. I'll leave myself a Kaya's Guile open. We'll do that at the end step. Growth Spirals. Okay. No land. Drew a card, though. All right, what are we doing here? Forest. Plays Euro Pile. Okay. They have 3 mana currently. Went back up to 20. Gonna enter the end step. In which case... Ooh. Or floating mana. It's always fun to do. And in response to their floating, we'll have exile cards and we'll just create a 1/1 probably. So we get rid of the Euros. We make a 1/1 because 1/1s are cool. They have to either counter this or do something with all this extra mana they're going to have. Tons of mana, 4 cards, 21 cards in the library. Making enough to make, what, Nexus of Fate a thing? Does Nexus of Fate. Ice Fang Kodal here. Alright. Well, I have a blocker. It's not great, but hey, we got one. Fatal Push, kill Ashiok. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ashiok dead. We have another one. We also have a sword. Euro. Draws a card. Uh-oh. Fetching. Did we lose? Did we lose? Puts Breeding Pool tapped. Did they have much else to fetch? They might not have. Floats mana. Do we have another Nexus of Fate? Am I just gonna lose to infinite attacks by Ice Fang here? Nexus of Fate again. Alright. Go again, opponent. 2 cards in hand. They are running out of card options here. Attacks with Ice Fang. I wonder how many threats they possibly have. Imagine this in paper. They Fatal Push their own Ice Fang here and Veil to draw a card. No, they don't draw a card. What are you doing, opponent? Now they have 0 cards in hand. Okay. Now they play Euro. Okay. I'm following, sort of. My opponent's really doing some crazy things here. Yeah, they're getting Euro with Fatal Push backup, I guess. Draws a random card. Untaps everything. Floating mana. Factor Fictions. What a top deck. What a top deck. Okay, so Archmage Charm's probably the worst thing for us. We won't move that to the bottom. We want to move things so it's psychologically, hey, I can't deal with these. Probably want to offer the Growth Spirals and the Ice Fang here over Archmage Charm and a land. No, I call it Euro. Euro's easier to say. We're not killing them in one hit. No, but we're going to replay our Ashiok. We're going to replay our Ashiok. Oh my gosh. People, Sorby, careful what side you join. This is a hot debate. And I do this on purpose to bother Evan. Alright, they take the Archmage Charm. I need a land. I miss a land. So, protection from green and from black. I can make them discard. They have Island. And they have the Archmage Charm. If I Ashiok here and it resolves, I can downtick, swing, and untap, and then try to path. I can, before that, path and Guile. Well, I sort of don't and sort of do. I think Ashiok's one of our winning lines here. I'm really tempted to path this. Let's go to combat. In response to our sword untap trigger here, we're gonna float white mana for path. Make sure I'm holding priority here. Float a bit of mana here, untap. They discard the island. I go to path. And then I can Kaya's Guile for infinite. So they counter this spell. Say okay. So now I do Kaya's Guile here. And I make them sacrifice a creature and exile. I'm not going to do that because I have Euro, or yeah, I have Ashiok. So each opponent sacrifices a creature and create a 1/1 probably. So they sacrifice good old beefcake there. We go to main phase 2 and Ashiok. Ashiok clears the graveyard. We've got past the counter and we take more cards. Go ahead, opponent. 8 cards in your library. 2 activations of Ashiok, and if you continuously do the Nexus of Fate, I will just sit here for forever. All right. Does Abzan have blue in it, Fluffy? Does Abzan have blue in it, Fluffy? The answer is no. Ashiok is blue. I see your deception. Ashiok is black. Look at all the black on the card. It's disintegrating all the blue. That's what's happening. All right, so we take one there. Probably everything was right. Ashiok was really good there. So Ashiok is definitely a keeping and choke in Kaya's Guile. I can't see myself bringing much else in here. Maybe Nile Spellbomb, maybe not. Play Black-Green X more? I probably would win more if I played Abzan more. We'll just say my only paper top 8 is with Abzan. I'm just gonna send it back. Just gonna send it back. This hand. I'm telling you, artifacts belong in your hand, not in the library. Paper top 8 at what level of competition? IQ Invitational. IQ Invitational with 90 to 100 people. And then I got a top 4 on Magic Online with a Red Prison list. A 2K, a 5K it was. I think I mulligan this. I don't think Stoneforge is going to get there. Okay, we got Choke here, Stoneforge, Tarmogoyf. Keep, get rid of Lingering Souls. Feels like it. What do you think about the champion version of Abzan and Jund? I don't know what that means. 5K cool, thanks. That's your only accomplishment? That's still really good. Also, an empty accomplishment is real. I mean, I've been to 2 GPs. One when I started and one when I was like, okay, I'm going to get back into this. And then pandemic hit. I think I'd get rid of the Lingering Souls. But Lingering Souls is pretty good. Tarmogoyf's bad. Who plays Tarmogoyf in 2020 anyway? What's a kappa? A joke. In the lightest terms, it's just a joke. Yeah, it was a 5K or something. And I say top 8. I took first. So I guess it should be called a first place. I won the whole event. I have a play map from it. It has the little goblin searching. It was done with Abzan Rally Fenza. So it was the first place, IQ, 5k thing with Rally Penza. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. I guess I'm slamming Stoneforge Mystic, seeing what they are going to do here. And then we'll start interacting here at our 3 drops. I'm going to take a Sword of Feast and Famine because they have shown us Fatal Push enough that I prefer this over something that's protection from blue. No counter. And if there's no counter there, maybe we hit him with a choke. I don't know. My opponent's playing interesting lines. Doesn't do anything again here. Doesn't do anything again. We either slam choke into the Archmage Charm here, or we wait and attempt to Assassin's Trophy the Wilderness Wreck. I'm gonna wait here. I think it's more valuable to wait. You like waiting too. I probably did something wrong. But yeah, I think the Assassin's Trophy on a Wilderness Wreck is probably the right line here. Fetch and Shock, Growth Spiral. There's the Archmage Charm, opponent draws too. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Let me stop on my opponent's main phase 2. This is an important stop in this matchup. Don't let the Jund players hear me, Odysseus. We put a Jund video up and they're not supporting that Jund video. If people don't support the Jund video, things don't happen. End step, we're gonna go ahead and put in our sword. All right, I like hooking up here and just seeing if my opponent wants to finally interact with me. We're leaving Assassin's Trophy continuously up here, and we're representing something each time I do this, so enjoy my attack here. And they can't Fatal Push it, so that's good. All right, Cryptic Return Draw card. All right, we'll pass. Go ahead, opponent. Your Jund videos have been your most popular? Yeah, occasionally my Jund videos are. We've got a smattering of all kinds of stuff going on. So, Mystic Sanctuary here, picking up Cryptic Command. Pretty good turn for my opponent. Fatal Pushing as well. Ouch. Ouch. No follow-up here, unfortunately. Opponent's playing super passive. Super duper passive. We'll go ahead and shock in here and get down a Lingering Souls and pass turn. We know a Cryptic Command's coming. Just gonna have to eat it. Slightly dangerous to do this now because my opponent can play land plus Wilderness Wreck and have the remand for our Assassin's Trophy. But we'll see. Fact or fiction from my opponent. You can have Cryptic only. Growth Spiral. Let's do it that way. This is a great fact or fiction for my opponent. They end up taking Cryptic and Growth Spiral. So they have 2 Cryptics in hand and a Growth Spiral. Uses Growth Spiral. They hit a land and another land. Land for us. We'll go ahead and attack with a couple spirits. I'm really tempted to try Kaya's Guile here, allowing them to fetch and stuff. With 2 Cryptics in hand, the choke's not very good though. So I think, you know what? Just more tokens. Reed's viewers go up exponentially whenever he plays Jund in Modern. Yeah, Jund is super popular. We might have to play like Tricolored Tuesdays or something. Growth Spiral, huh? God. gosh, I want to eat that graveyard so much. A tasty graveyard. Fetch, 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 fetch. No fetch. Man, so passive. So passive. Well, fine, opponent. Fine. Just slamming for 4 damage here past turn. Lots of boomers. Is that the whole... I have a Jund video. An opponent played... not opponent. A viewer commented sup boomers. And they did that on my Jund video. And I'm confused. Alright, Mystic Sanctuary. My opponent has double Cryptic up. And they're getting a Factor Fiction here. I could interact here and attempt to do something. I'm thinking that I don't get much value here, so we're just gonna like hang tight. I know they're picking this up, but they're gonna want to play this, and I have a 2-turn clock, so I'll make my opponent play the first play. You're a paper boomer and you're proud of it. There you go. That's a spirit. All right, Ashiok. Attack for 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like, do I just like attempt to kill them here with the spirits? Do I like try to jam out an Ashiok here? Cryptic. I feel like I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna make them try to deal with all these spirits. Factor Fictions again. Here, we'll give you... I don't know what you deserve. Look, I'm bouncing them around. Look at how cool this is. I hate this Mystic Sanctuary. I hate the Fatal Push, Ice Fang. It's probably just the Wilderness. Jund saw a mid-range brutality fair deck from a bygone era, continued to be a supporter of Jund's for the most part, and inability of embrace progress. Inability to embrace. I see. That's what the... Okay. Interesting. We know it's double Cryptic in hand. I almost feel like I'm just supposed to like... Let's do it this way. This is like an interesting line. Like, yeah, you can have your Wilderness and you can kill one thing if you want. They take Ice Fang and some other junk here. So there's Ice Fang. They play Ice Fang down. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Fetch, please. Ah, why don't you fetch? My opponent never fetches. Oh, what is this? This is infinite mana. Oh. I think we're exiling now. I'm gonna try to make them sack and exile all cards from graveyard. Because it doesn't target. So Veil's good, Cryptic, Cryptic, and Mystic Sanctuary. So that turns their Mystic Sanctuary basically off. They have a Breeding Pool. They put that into play tapped. Here, we go ahead and attack. They have to do... Oh no, they're doing this. That's right, they're doing their next turn. So we're definitely attacking and then threatening Choke and Ashiok here probably. So Cryptic to tap everything down. We know this is gone. Draws a card. And then here I'm gonna Ashiok first. Because although Ashiok's great, I have a board that's lethal. I can then choke and 4 Mystic behind if I wanted to. trying to get them to tap as much as possible. There's Ashiok. Let's go for a Stoneforge Mystic here. Trying to get one more counter if I can. It appears nothing. Of course I'm going to search. We'll get Batterskull. And I'm going to go the full package here because I think we're kind of all in here. We'll attempt Choke, and if they have a counter in a Wilderness, we'll be in real big trouble. But if they don't have a counter here, we've kind of locked their mana out. So I think we have to go full on here. And it lands. It lands, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Whew. All right, they could bounce it. They could just play a Wilderness. Mystic Sanctuary gets back Cryptic Command. Prepping. Prepping they are. Combat. We will swing with everything here. Or attempt to. Tap and bounce. I will replay. I will replay Choke. They didn't counter it before, so I think this is safe. Force of Negations. That's fine. Okay. And we will follow this up with a Ashiok. We will not target. Veils in response, so no target needed, and we'll pass turn. Alright, opponent, you have... Whoa. Whoa. Alright, we kept our Assassin's Trophy available. Alright, first order of business, Millum. Millum. Second order of business, attack with spirits. Third order, smacking Batterskull. Tap and draw. We'll put Batterskull into play. You think the game's locked up because of the resolved Ashiok? Possibly. I'm not going to try to throw a Sword of Feast and Famine in here into a counterspell. Ice Fang. Remands their own Ice Fang here to draw a card. They're looking for ways to get around Ashiok, I think. Ice Fang played. I don't think I Assassin's Trophy here. 15 cards. We are going to try to mill them. Ooh. Nice move. Nice move. Euro beats. Can we get an Ashiok mode already? We don't play Ashiok very often. Polluted Delta, 3 cards to beat. All the Yorion decks are playing companion decks. Next is a Fate, huh? Well, I think I've got to try to kill Euro if it comes back here. Death Touch, Little Ice Fang's not going to kill me. It's probably Euro coming back. My round just went into some crazy replay loop and then restarted. Something in the game is broken. There's Euro. They draw another card here. So here... Oh, they already drew the card. Whoops. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to Assassin's Trophy here. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. I don't particularly want to have 6 because I might have to bounce Batterskull, but kind of want to just get the value out of it. Extra Euro here. They're at 10. Are they giving me the turn back? They did. Okay. So they can block Germ, but if I put Sword of Feast and Famine on there, they can't block it. that would be 4, 5, 6 damage. We have 11 cards plus 3 in the hand. Cryptic command wise, I see 1, 2, I see a third here and a fourth. We're beyond cryptic. So my opponent can probably do some targeted removal at this point in the game. To me, I think it's Stoneforge, sort of Feast and Famine in and try to hook it up to something. What that will be, to be determined. Let's go ahead and slap it in though. I want to put it just on the Germ. Germ can be taken by an Archmage Charm, something we need to be aware of. So can Spirits. Germ has 2 things attached to it. It may be smarter to just put this on as Spirit and attack. Mystic Sanctuary. I don't see one in the graveyard, so they'd have one more of those, possibly. Where this sword goes, I think, is exceptionally important right now. To me, I think I've got to put it on a Spirit. And then go combat. Here they go with something here. They Fatal Push the Spirit. So that's one thing down. Let's do it again. I have 4 minutes on my clock, so we'll just do it this way. It is attached now. I'm going to attack with just the flyers. We'll hold Germ back. I don't want to lose Germ, and I think this is okay to do. Because now I'm going to cast Lingering Souls to reset my board. And move Sword over on one of these. I like having a creature here, so I don't have to reset the Batter Skull. This could be a liability if they pick it up with Archmage Charm. Just something to think about. My opponent has 1 card in hand. I basically need them to miss here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to save Pulse for probably Euro. I think this is as good as we can play this game. And I think I'm going to go ahead and flash this back. I see very little reason not to. And I think because my card is Sorcery Speed, we'll move Sword over to a new Spirit. Good luck. Top of the library, how does it treat you? Ice Fang, Codal number 2. Draws a card. They Charm, Germ, Bounce Skull. They decide to draw 2 cards with Archmage Charm instead. Growth Spiral. Yeah, all the cryptics were taken care of. This is now Euro. They could realistically mill out, possibly. And I have this Spirit, which has protection from green that can kind of like block, block, block as we go. Wilderness Reclamation, 5 cards. Untaps the team. Returns to my turn. We're going to go ahead and Inquisition for starters here. And this way I can properly equip everything. They Abrupt Decay my sword. Okay. Say okay to this. We have 7 damage. We probably win. Yeah, we win. 1, 2, 3. Do we? Yeah, we do. Maelstrom Pulse, Ice Fangs. Combat, swing with team. They block Germ, take 8 exactly. Good game, opponent. Good game. That's as good as it's gonna get. I have an old deck of Abzan and Jund. Unfortunately, I can't test them with the companion due to the lockdown of all game stores. You can get a webcam, maybe. Share with your friends. That was some hot game there. Woo! That's one for the highlight reel, possibly. Woohoo! All right, a little 3-1 here, rocking it out with a little bit of this Abzan stuff. That was a good one. Woo! You can beat Money Pile? What? Guess I'm not red mage anymore. Can't play red anymore. Money Pile. You're driving with this deck a bit? Yeah? Oh yeah, I like Abzan. I like to play first, absolutely. If you find yourself enjoying a color combination, you're probably going to be okay with that color combination and play better Magic. Basically, what that means is, unless it's Scape Shift, don't hand me a blue deck. There's a few other blue decks I can play, but I'm really bad with blue. I don't know, 2-lander here, double Liliana's awkward. Hey, KO, all you have to do is draw your equipments. No Apparition's been played yet, but KO Diamonds tweeted out and then gave me the junk list. He's got the best list. I got the junk list. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I don't know. 2-lander here. Unknown opponent. Luris. Removal, removal, removal. Let's try it. I won't be punished again, right? Color combinations is style of play. Style of play meets personality. Personality and style of play will flow and jive just correctly, and you'll have better games. Looks like I'm killing a Swift Spear here. Land, please. Oh my gosh. I did talk about making Liliana relevant again. She's here for her cameo. Not even just that, Odysseus. Like, you'll look at a list. So perfect example. Ask Brian when he's around, would he give a blue-white list to myself or a blue-white list to Evan? So those that don't know, Avaros plays Miracles, blue-white control, very control-heavy player, all the good stuff. Great player. You give me a blue-white list, you're going to immediately get some weird tempo list. You're going to get a more aggressive version. You're going to get something like that. You're going to get these creatures that swing. You're going to get something like blue-white spirits, blue-white with petty thefts, some top-end creature, less counter spells, more interaction. You give it to Evan, you're going to get Teferi, Jace, counterspell, Narset, you name it, it's going to get countered. We're killing Tarmogoyf, by the way. I've got a few Lilianas to spare. Because my opponent could be slightly burn heavy, we're going to just be basic. Just be basic here. So with that, the way you play a list is going to vary definitely. And that's not a bad thing. But then when you find a list that fits a little more, for me, a little more aggression and attack and going in on a play, when you find that list in that color combination, you're going to just do so much better. You're just going to do so much better. Opponent bolts Liliana and plays new Tarmogoyf. I suppose I'm going to play new Liliana and repeat. Down tick, down tick, down tick, making Liliana the Edicts of Magic. I use a cardboard box with an open side and put my cell phone. There you go. Heavy use of fetch lands, a little inconvenient. Uh-oh, Ren and 6, ping Liliana. We're trying, everyone. We're really trying here. My opponent's just ruining us. I really hate our hand. Like, I really hate it. Kea, what do you do when you draw all these? What are you supposed to do? We have an active Ren 6. We have one fetch land in the yard. It's tempting me to just scavenging news here and plan to eat the Bloodstained Mire, possibly. If they go after this, maybe I eat the Tarmogoyf. I'm thinking I'm eating this land. That would be my guess, so they don't get as much value out of Ren 6. So, perfect here. We eat the land. They didn't try to kill Skoos first. That works for me. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Inquisitions. Which 3-drop would you like? I have weapons and I have, I guess, ladies selling weapons. Sure. 2-2. Land drop, please. One time. Hook me up. Let's go. Land drop. What are you doing here, Skoos? All right, well, I guess we kill this and kill this, so that's kind of like a fun turn, right? Yum, yum, smack, win. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. And we'll kill Ren and 6. They could have Death Shadows, so getting rid of Ren and 6 is probably fine here. Cool. All right, Skoos is out of bolt range, not out of push range, so Sword of Feast and Famine is our primary sword of choice. My opponent puts Lurrus to hand, and that's not good for them. Land, please. Land, 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 land. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll put a sword down. We'll attack. I'm gonna eat the Swift Spear so they don't get that back. Go ahead, opponent. If they have a land, they can't play Ren and 6 nor the Scourge. Lurrus in hand. You gotta go. We'll catch YouTube vid later. Good luck. Thank you. Video will be up. Never. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Problems. Lurrus in an unknown card here. Oh, we hit the land too. Hit the land too. All right, let's hook up Scavenging Ooze. Let's fetch. Let's get more green for futures. And let's go ahead and Lingering Souls and pass turn. Lurrus in an unknown card here. We got protection from red. What we basically need to do is just survive this turn. Then we sword, attach, swing, win. Oh, 9. They're at 9. Fetch, no shock. Not sword attack, play other ooze. No, I like 2 chump blockers here. They need a lot to happen here. With a Lurrus, they did play a land here. So Lurrus is down. If they play Scourge, we just win the game here. Decides Ren and 6 is their plan. This is fine so far. Heals a spirit, so we just win the game here. You might have been able to do what you're saying there. I could see that. I mean, they're dead here anyway. I don't know if they realize that, but we're gonna make them super dead. That's true, we get to chump with the ooze. Anyway, they're dead. Much dead. Much dead. Unless I'm missing something. Cool, all right. Going to sideboard here, we got little creatures to kill. Engineered explosives looking good once again, liking this. Kyle's Guile looking good as well. And I don't believe I need anything else. Hex Drinker was hit or miss last time. 1 Thoughtseize, and I was taking out something else. I think I was taking out a sword, although sword was good. Oh, Cling to Dust, there we go, that card. Why are we playing that card? Submit. You sort of Feast and Famine, right? You fully untap. Yeah. There's that. What if they have Fetch, Shock, Team, or Battle Rage, and I've attacked and something weird happens that I just end up dying? I think all the options were leading towards a win. I don't think there was a bad line. We'll just put it that way. 1 lander, no black mana. We're going to mulligan this. A couple Tarmogoyfs. We'll keep this. Yeah, I'll just get rid of a land once again here. Feeling pretty happy about a Fatal Push, 2 Tarmogoyfs and a Liliana. We're at least going to play creature for creature here. Inquisitions. Yeah, if you want to become super like finite and find the exact line that would have killed them 100% faster, you go review, and once you've reviewed, you go from there and figure out how you're going to attack the game there. Verdant Catacombs, go ahead, opponent. My opponent could possibly have Blood Moon. They could. Opponent Thought Seizes here. Our Tarmogoyfs are getting fairly large. They're now 4/5s. Let's see if they get a basic. If they don't get a basic here, I'm not going to worry about Blood Moon. No basic. Easy money. 13. We're going to go get our Triome so we have white. And it's a Tarmogoyf, and apparently all Tarmogoyfs. So we'll just line Tarmogoyf, Tarmogoyf, Tarmogoyf. My opponent's going to have a Death Shadow or something. Once their life total is small enough, we'll attack them with 15 damage. Fatal pushes Tarmogoyf. All right. We're at 19. Opponent shocks in, so that's Death Shadow number 1. Death Shadow number 2, and an unknown card here. We have some 6/7s. Let's check what the last card is. Seal of Primordium. Okay. Oops. And we will Tarmogoyf pass turn. All right, so they're empty-handed here. The seal is kind of an interesting one. Artifacts and enchantments. Engineered explosives would be a hot rip off the top. We'll see if we get there. Wrenn and 6. That doesn't worry me. Draws Verdant Catacombs. They can do some fetch shock here. We're going to just let everything come through. Nope, nothing. We'll play Stoneforge instead this time. This will go get our artifact that we care about. This will be the Sword of Feast and Famine once again. If they were to fetch shock here. Fetch shock. That's 3. These become 5/5s. I would kill 1. With a Sword of Feast and Famine coming, I think we can just hold back and be defensive. Down to 10. 3 3s. Shock? No shock. Shocks. All right, so if I top deck a land, we could win. If it's Temur Battle Rage, I let everything through. Fetch shock makes these 8/8s. I still can let everything through with the Temur Battle Rage, right? Ah, it's a Swift Spear. So Swift Spear can block. So Lurrus goes to hand. We have Fetch shock here. Swift Spear blocks Tarmogoyf. Liliana, huh? Liliana, get rid of Lurrus. Play to top decks. If I get rid of Lurrus, I have to get rid of a card in my hand. They're going to get Bobble if I let them do that. The line here is very interesting because I could also Liliana, and if I down tick here, another Fetch shock makes it an 8/8 Death Shadow, which is a problem. If they were just playing Lurrus here and bobbling, then it's only Swift Spear that's a problem. Top decking a Fatal Push means a kill and a win because of Sword of Feast and Famine on Tarmogoyf. It is the last chance to get this. There's also the line of putting down a second Tarmogoyf here, and if we top deck, we're looking good. I wonder if our second Tarmogoyf matters. I'm feeling like I need to grab that Lurrus. And if they don't attack for the Liliana, I can then actively use that as a down tick next turn. We're going to get rid of our own Tarmogoyf because Sword of Feast and Famine is a win condition with a land off the top. Goodbye, Tarmogoyf. Abzan versus Jund. Abzan was only good because it was good against Jund, right? Incorrect. I don't think so. All right, we're doing the fetch, we're doing the shock here. We're now dead to a Temur Battle Rage if they top deck it. It's a land. All right, we're clear and free. They put the land into play because I have Liliana. Not that they had to. All right, so we need a land off the top for a win, right? No, I guess Swift Spear's here. We need... What do we need? Actually, I don't know what we need. Attacks for 8 here. Hesitation. In for 8. If I chump block, we're in trouble here. EE off the top? That's true. An EE would get it there. I don't think I can chump block this. I want to be able to put the Tarmogoyf down. Oh, they were going after Liliana. Wasn't even paying attention. That's fine. I didn't really want to chump anyway. Another Stoneforge Mystic, huh? They have a land in hand. All right, instead of using this to bring it in, I'm just gonna pay and put this into play. This way I can chump block with Stoneforge Mystic if I need to. It's not looking so hot. This can go get the other sword, or it can get Batterskull. Batterskull would make the math very strange. Ping Stoneforge for 1. Ren and 6 number 2 to ping Stoneforge again. They can now attack with everything, fetch shock, and I have to chump block now. Bummer. So I need a land. Need like Lingering Souls here. Oh, you're so late, EE. You're so late. All right, but EE keeps us alive, so we're playing Magic still. Still playing Magic. Cool. Ooh, what a rip. Let's see what they get off the top here. Obviously, they're going to go to combat. They return no lands because they didn't fetch first. Kind of interesting to note. All right, obviously I have to blow this up. Engineer explosive, boom, 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 power. Don't have another Death Shadow. Forest and nothing. All right, ooh, all right. I like that. Stoneforge. I kind of want to get this Batterskull. And I'm really tempted to put it engineered out on 1, but engineered on 2 might be necessary here as well. We're just gonna pass. They're playing around Rhino, don't want to go to 3. Rhino. The threat of Rhino. Opponent upticks here, Ren in 6. Tarmogoyf, huh? Ugh. Well, I could try to attach and see if they have a spell here. I guess that's an okay turn. And if it works here, then we're in good shape. Ooh. They'll go to 2. And I'll untap and I'll get to play Goyf here. Now I'll have 2 threats. That's probably it. We'll see, though. Tarmogoyf exposes me to an engineered on 2 of their own. But hey, rather that than a fatal push. Top of the library, opponent. Do you get it? Or has Abzan bested you? 4-1 Abzan KO Diamonds list here in Modern. Stoneblades, Tarmogoyfs, Batterskulls, Lingering Souls, and Lilianas. And a couple Hex Drinkers. There's your list. Nice. Feels balanced. Does the interactive things. The match we end up losing was Hardened Scales, and we did draw a lot of lands in that one. Sweet list here. Very well done. Junk list indeed, Zale. Abzan was solid, and we beat, maybe not the Omnath pile, but we beat a Euro pile with Wilderness Reclamation and Nexus of Fate. I mean, that was solid. List is cool. I think Hex Drinker, if you like Hex Drinker, go ahead and play it. Early Threat could get out of control. But if you don't like Hex Drinker, you could play probably something else. What that might be, not entirely sure. Not entirely sure of your options, but I think Hex Drinker is definitely a float slot there. Pulse was nice, like that. I like the 3 of Sword package and Batterskull. Keep this. Maybe adjust a sword if you want to. We asked about Body and Mind, and after playing this, I could see where just the 2 is nice. It's a wider range of things that you're not being threatened against. So that's pretty nice. Abzan, you might be seeing more of this. This was fun. Good list, solid list, and there you have it. For YouTube, thank you for watching. For Twitch, let's see what's up next.